Game double tap. Hello, everybody. It is once again, time for our playful, amorous, flirtatious, and mischievous prince of the wonderful lost heir of Daria to return again for more of his playfulness. And it is time for us to again continue to play Lost Heir 1. Thank you very much. Part 4. Hope you all have been having a great time. Thank you so much for your positive comments. We will keep going. And I wanted to ask a few of you. I asked my girlfriend and I asked a friend of mine if y'all wanted me to play the female voices. I'm not very good at female voices. I've tried because I'm a dungeon master and I've done them before in my series. I'm okay at a school teacher's voice. That's about the only good female voice I can do. Because I grew up with school teacher voices in my ears all the time saying, stop! But if you all would like me to play the female voice parts, I can do so. Understand voiceover will read the line, and then I'm simply just copying the line with my own inflections and my own kind of improvisation. It's not going to be exactly what the NPC says. It'll be close enough. Approximations. But if you guys would like me to do the female voices, and all voices, in fact, if you'd like me to do that, please leave me a comment. Spam the comments. I might just do it. But with that said, thank you very much to MyNoise. Appreciate you very much with the beautiful combination of Medieval Village with some lovely music. I did a multi-generator. So that's something you can do with MyNoise. You can find them in my description. We will get going. Okay, last time we had a sleepover. That's all, episode 4 was sleepover. Wait a second. Hold on. Let me get this right here. This might be episode 5? This might be episode 5. Episode part 5. I call it episode, it's part 5. This might be episode 5. We are on the road again. Once again, we are on our adventure. We didn't have very much money, but we did make a last minute 50 gold from some jewels, from talking to the statue that is creating some kind of paradox. We don't know if that statue is a version of us from the future. So we had a little Back to the Future element going on there. And we also built some very good relationships up with our very thick friend, Thea. We built up some very positive relationships with Jesse. We inched up in our relationship with our new gal. And of course, with Petra, the eternal salty paladin, we are still about negative. I think with Petra, our relationship could best be described as... Ever since she thinks we cheated on her with that voluptuous barmaid back in the original starting town. But everybody else, including Sister Jerry, Sister Jerry's on her mount. Get on that mount, Sister Jerry. Oh, yeah, Sister Jerry is coming along with us. The monk with the most. She got that crystal chrome dome up in there. Me like that chrome dome, Sister Jerry. Yeah, we're riding out together. So two monks, one horse. Whoa, Farty. Oh, we have Farty along for the journey. Farty, that smells good. Smells like you've been having some good old hay. Farty's been having some nice hay. We got a surprise visitor here to travel along with us. You can let me know in the comments if you hear the sound of our surprise visitor. We have a mysterious visitor. Every episode, there's going to be a mysterious sound, and you want to identify it, you can in the comments. And thank you for that. Just having a little fun. This is all for fun. This is not me. This is not me. I can, you don't have to lie to kick it. I'm game. I'm all about that fun. But yes, we're going to have a mysterious visitor today, a non-human visitor. And you can let me know if you hear that mysterious visitor sound in the comments. And yeah, let's be about it. Let's get on with Lost Air 1 and see what happens on our journey on the road. And as usual, I'll be using some of my sound makers to make certain sounds that will correspond with our things. For instance, when we make a choice, you'll hear this sound, which means we've made a choice. When we gain or lose cash, you'll hear this sound. This is for gaining cash. And if we lose cash, you'll hear these sounds. That means we lost and we lost cash. When we do a successful mission, you'll hear this. Or perhaps you'll hear this. And when we are being our playful prince, you'll hear this sound. Which means we're going to be interacting with the relationship system. When we lose health, you'll hear this sound, which means we lost some health. When we die or do something really terrible, you'll hear this sound, which is bad news. Probably that's a death or we lost, something terrible happened. And if we do take a potion or something like that, you'll hear this. And there are many, many, many more. So you'll get used to it as we play along. And of course, if you hear a monster, you'll hear our lovely goat. I haven't decided what the name of our goat will be. I have to think about it. I don't know, but you'll hear something. If you hear a bad monster come out, you'll hear this sound. Our screaming goat will come out, or you might hear this sound. Our damsel in distress screaming. So we have all these cool sounds. But yes, we have a plethora of noisemakers, so we're really getting out of control here. So get ready to relax, have fun, sink into it, have a good time. Go ahead and pull up your favorite adult beverage of your choice, and let's have a good time and enjoy ourselves today. And or pull up any beverage you'd like, any snack you'd like, and we're gonna have a good time with Lost Air 1. Let's go.
Yes, Thea relationship +5 and Carla relationship -5. The small path eventually leads to a narrow cave in the base of the mountains. The snow-covered peaks sit in the clouds above you. It's still very cold, as though the mountains are reluctant to let winter go and allow spring to begin. Your timing is perfect, since there is still some snow on the ground, but not enough to prevent you from traveling.
All right, so we're in the snowy plains. Let us create some ambience for the snowy plains. Give me 1 second. Let's create some ambience here.
MyNoise, active.
I think we need some snowy sounds.
Inspirational morning, back button.
Let's get some
favorites, back button.
Let's get some snowy sounds.
Edit button. Dark forest, default RPG elements, ominous, dog life, medieval village, slow motion, Aeolian universe, local bar, arcade sounds, Tundra's Lament, favorite on April 5th.
Tundra's Lament sounds good.
35%, adjustable. Wind, swipe up or down with one finger to adjust the value.
Now we're in the mountains. Let's get that. Let's add some wind.
35%, adjustable. Wind, 35%, 45, 55, 65%, 75%.
There we go, got a little wind.
45%, adjustable. Piano, swipe up or down with one finger to adjust the 55%.
Love the piano.
40%, adjustable. Low vocal drone, swipe 35%, adjustable. Humming, swipe up or down with 35%, adjustable. Throat singing, swipe up or down 45%, adjustable. Karjira, swipe up or down with one finger to adjust the value.
Think we're good. We have the appropriate sounds. We got a little vocal singer. We got a little wind sounds.
35%, adjustable. Formant drone, swipe up or down with one finger to adjust the value. 45%, adjustable. Mongolian fiddle, swipe up or down with one finger to adjust the value. 55%.
Add a little bit of more Mongolian fiddle, whatever the heck that means. All right.
35%, button, menu. Custom noise, button. Button.
Let's save that.
Menu. Alert. New preset. Please choose a preset name. Text field. Is editing. Character mode. In. Cancel. Button. Save. Button.
Save that.
Favorites.
All right.
Back button.
We have a lovely background ambience. Thank you, MyNoise. You can find MyNoise in my description. All right.
App
now
switcher.
that we have the
MyNoise.
appropriate ambience,
Lost Air
let's
1.
get back
Active.
into our adventure.
Lost Air 1. Home. Back. Lost Air 1. Show stats. Yes, this is the right way, she says softly, with a trace of frustration at your lack of trust. We might be going slower right now, but once we get through this pass, we'll be much closer to Vernex than had we taken the main road.
All right, on the road to Vernex, we As last time, you might want to check out the previous episode, we ran up into this heavily armored caravan. We decided to take a shortcut. Thanks to Carla, our confused scout, we kind of went on some like long cut, not a shortcut. And we are currently trying to catch up and get to why we're in a hurry. I have no idea, but you know, we're doing the best we can. So let's find out if this little trip is successful, whether we can also make some treasure, because we're all about our treasure.
Thea relationship +5 and Carla. The small path eventually leads to a narrow cave in the base of the mountains. The snow-covered peaks sit in the clouds above you. It's still. Carla goes through her saddlebags and retrieves a lantern which she affixes to a long pole and attaches to her horse's saddle, giving enough light to lead the way. Bravely, she leads the group into the darkness. Jess concentrates for a moment, and when she is done, her eyes are glowing with a white light. From her confident steps, you assume that she can see in the dark. Sister Jerry says nothing as she also retrieves a lantern and follows the others. Your own lantern adds to the general glow. You barely step inside when you see a small shrine against the wall.
All right, small shrine, here we go.
Examine the shrine. Radio button. Check. 1 of 2. Ignore the shrine and continue onward. Radio button. Uncheck. Next. Button.
Let's examine the shrine. How's that?
Next. Button. Next. The shrine is small. It looks like the statue of a small overweight man with a mischievous expression on his face and a tankard of ale in his hands. There's a tin plate between his legs with a few gold coins resting on it. You've heard of such things from your studies with Harmon, your old tutor. It is likely a shrine devoted to the god of mischief.
Uh-oh, the god of mischief. That sounds like problems. All right, let's interact with this thing here.
Religion +3.
Okay, we got a nice religion. This sound means we gain something. All right.
Take the gold. Radio button. Check.
All
1
right.
of 4.
Taking the gold sounds like we would have something happen to us, but we need money.
Put some gold on the plate. Radio button. Uncheck.
I
2 of
say
4.
we put some money on the plate. I don't want to piss off this mischievous god.
Fill the plate with gold until it's overflowing. Needs 200 gold. Dim.
Oh,
Radio button. Uncheck.
we
3
should
of 4.
We don't have money like that.
Ignore the shrine and continue onward.
Let's
Radio
put
button.
some
Uncheck.
coins on
4.
it.
Fill the. Put some gold on the plate. Radio button. Uncheck.
Let's
2
put
of 4.
some gold on the plate.
Check. Next. Button. How many gold pieces do you place on the plate?
Yeah, let's just give this god some money. I don't want him going after us.
How many gold pieces? Text field. Double tap to edit.
All right,
Use the
let's
rotor to
give
text
this
field.
god.
Next. Text field. Double tap to edit. Insertion point at end.
Let's give this god 10 gold.
Symbols. Letters. Colon. Slash. 2. 1. 1. 0. 0.
10 gold is good enough.
Next. Button. Petra nods her head at your piety, even though she doesn't approve of your choice of God.
Uh-oh, Petra likes us. The Ice Paladin, Ice Queen.
Petra nods her head at your piety, even though she doesn't approve of your choice of God. Petra relationship +5 and gold -10.
Uh-oh. Petra likes us. Anything religious. Goody two-shoes.
There are a lot of religious structures down here in the dark. Carla says as you leave the shrine behind. I don't like this. Thea complains. We should travel over the mountains, not through the earth like some kind of animal.
Oh, I get you, Thea. I mean, we're trying to take a shortcut here. You know, hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Despite the mountain woman's words, she follows Carla. It's a good thing the gods can see everywhere, Petra says, holding her holy symbol in one hand before following the others.
Shut up, Petra.
The journey through the dark is much longer than everyone expects. It is difficult to tell time below the mountain. To Carla's credit, she leads the group confidently through the winding passes and knows when it is time to rest for the night. On the third day, structures can be seen in the tunnel. Sculptures and bricks line the path, which make everyone nervous. Just keep going, Carla says. We'll be out of here tomorrow. This is an evil place and we don't want anything to do with it.
Okay.
Listen to Carla and continue forward. Radio button. Check. 1 of 5.
Should we listen to Carla?
Recall the history of the place. Radio button. Uncheck. 2 of 5.
I want to know more about this place. Secrets, gold.
Ask Petra about the meaning behind the sculptures. Radio button. Uncheck. 3 of. Study the corridors and see if any of them look different. Radio button. Uncheck. 4 of 5.
Let's ask a few questions and then let's study these corridors. I might want to find something here.
Ask Petra. Recall the history of the place. Listen to Carla and continue forward. Radio button. Check. Recall the history of the place. Radio button. Uncheck. 2
Let's
of 5.
see what we know about this place.
Check. Study the corridors and see if any of them look different. Study the corridors and see if any of them look different. Radio button. The journey through the dark is. Just keep going, Carla says. Listen to Carla and continue forward. Recall the history of the place. Radio button. Check. 2 of 5. Ask Petra about them. Study the corridors and see if any. Study the sculptures for any religious. Next. Button.
Okay, here we go.
The story depicts a great battle where it was said that the gods themselves joined man to fight each other. From your knowledge of history, you realize that the carvings are chronological, starting from different locations and focusing on one corridor. With your knowledge of history, it's like there's a big X pointing down a single corridor. History +3.
Oh, nice.
Say, hold on. I want to see what's down this corridor. Radio button. Check.
Okay, let's find out what's down this corridor.
Ignore the corridor and follow Carla. Radio. Next. Button. Next. Button. This is a bad idea, Carla says. I didn't want to take this path, because of this place. We've been lucky so far. It's said that many travelers disappear down here. We should just press on.
Well, let's find out what's over here, Carla. Don't be a big scaredy cat.
I want to keep going too, Thea says. Sooner we get out of this hellhole, the better. Despite your companion's misgivings, they all follow you down the corridor. Sister Jerry gives you a look, as though asking if you are certain about your decision, but she doesn't undermine your authority over the group by saying anything. The corridor is wide and filled with statues on both sides. The cavern opens up until it's so large that you can't see the ceiling. Your lights illuminate an enormous grand staircase which leads up to a platform. It is undoubtedly a temple devoted to a dark and evil god. On a pedestal in the center of the platform you spy a folded piece of dark cloth. Circling the platform, you can see stone sarcophagi standing upright, facing inward toward the pedestal.
Yeah, adventure, that's what I'm talking about.
Climb the staircase. Radio button. Check. 1 of 2. Leave the evil temple. Radio button. Next. Button.
Well, we're climbing the temple. We're gonna adventure here, you chickens. Let's go.
Next. Button. Unchecked. You climb the long staircase, with all of your companions hesitantly following you. Loud explosive sounds erupt from ahead of you as the stone fronts of the sarcophagi are thrown forward and smash onto the platform. The white of bone can be seen as humanoid shapes step forward. Skeletons, with their burial garments long since rotted away, step out of the sarcophagi. They stand between you and whatever lies on the pedestal.
Let's go.
Attack them with your sword and destroy the undead. Radio button. Check. 1 of 10. Consider using a demon stone. Radio button. Unchecked.
I think it's time for our demon stones, maybe.
Ask if Petra can repel the undead. Radio button. Unchecked. 3 of 10.
Oh, that's right. Petra can.
Smash the skeletons with your lute. Radio button. Unchecked. 4 of 10. Cast a spell and throw ice bolts at the skeletons. Radio button. Unchecked. Shoot arrows at the skeletons. Radio button. Unchecked. Throw your holy water at the skeletons. Radio button.
I'm not wasting
unchecked.
my holy water.
7
That
of 10.
can cost me like 40 gold.
Attack the skeletons with your fists. Radio button.
Yeah,
unchecked. 8
that
of
can
10.
happen. First, let's use one of our demons.
Attack them with your sword and destroy the undead. Attack them with your sword and destroy the undead. You climb the long staircase. Attack. Consider using a demon stone. Radio button. Unchecked. 2
Let's
of 10.
use one of our demon stones.
Ask. Throw your holy water. Attack this. Allow your leave the temple and give up. Radio. Leave the temple and give up. Radio. Leave. Next. Next. Button.
Let's use one of our
You
demon
open your runa bag and
stones.
consider your options.
I want to use one of our demons. We just got these things under control.
You open your runa bag and consider your options. Summon Zyada and have the demon attack the skeletons. Radio button. Check. 1 of 3.
Yeah, Zada can do it.
Summon Zonch and have the demon attack the skeletons.
Oh, maybe
Radio button.
Zonch.
Uncheck. 2
I
of
think
3.
these things like code. Let's have Zonch.
Summon Zonch and have the demon attack the skeletons. Radio button. Uncheck.
Let's
2
have
of 3.
Zonch do some
Check.
work.
Put away your runa bag. Next. Button.
Go, Zonch.
The Zonch appears amidst a small cyclone of dust. Its brown skin is obscured by the sand as it spins around its 1-foot-tall form. Yes, Master, Zonch says in its gravelly voice.
Yes, Master.
All right, Zonch, go do some business. Kill these skellies.
Yes, Master. Kill skeletons.
The demon sends a burst of sand into the skeleton's face before attacking, but it does no good. The skeleton has no eyeballs, so whatever unnatural side it has isn't affected by the demon's attack. A single claw slams into Zonch, sending the demon out of this existence.
Zonch.
Attack them with your sword and destroy the undead. Radio button.
All right,
Check.
well, let's
1
use
of
our
10.
other. Let's use our other thing.
Consider using a demon stone. Radio button. Unchecked.
Let's
2 of
use
10.
our other
Check.
demon. Maybe it can do some good.
Ask if smash the skeletons with cast a spell and throw ice bolts at the skeletons. Radio button. Unchecked. 5 of 10. Smash the skeleton. Ask if Petra can repel the smash the skeletons with your lute. Throw. Attack. Allow your leave the temple. Next. Button. Next. Button.
We're gonna try our other demon
You open your
stone.
runa bag and consider your options. Summon Zyada and have the demon attack the skeletons. Radio button. Check.
All right,
1 of 2.
Zyada. Let's have Zyada work.
Next. Button.
Go, Zyada.
Next. Button. The Zyada appears in front of you. Its fragile blue body is only 1 foot tall, and it has a delicate web of ice between its fingers and toes as well as between its arms and its torso. Yes, Master, Zyada says with obvious sadness.
Yes, Master.
Zyada, destroy those skeletons.
Yes, Master.
The demon attacks one of the skeletons, causing ice to appear as it does so, but the skeleton's claw slashes through the fragile demon and it disappears from sight. Attack them with your sword and destroy the undead.
That
Radio
didn't do
button.
pretty good.
Check.
You
1 of
demons
10.
are so useless. All right, fine. Let's use something else here.
Consider using. Ask if Petra can repel the undead. Radio button. Unchecked. 3 of 10.
Let's try. What can Petra do? I can punch these things.
Consider. Ask if Petra can repel the undead. Radio button. Unchecked.
Might
3
as
of
well
10.
just see
Check.
what Petra can do.
Shoot. Throw. Leave the temp. Next. Button. Next. I don't think we should be entering this unhallowed ground, Petra says with a frown. This is an evil place. Let us be gone from here. Needed 80 Petra relationship right race.
Oh, give me a break. Petra, you're so useless.
Attack them with your sword and destroy the undead. Radio button. Check. 1. Consider using a demon stone. Radio button. Uncheck. Smash the skeletons with your lute. Radio button. Uncheck. Cast a spell and throw ice bolts at the skeletons. Radio button. Uncheck. Shoot arrows at the skeletons. Radio button. Uncheck. Throw your holy water at the skeletons. Attack the skeletons with your fists. Radio button. Uncheck.
Let's try our fists.
Check. Next. Button. Next. The bones are solid, but so are your knuckles. The skeletons cracked into your assault, shattering bone chips in all directions. With the success of your attack, your companions step forward and join you. Thea's large warhammer is the ideal weapon for such an encounter, and the fighter makes short work of the remaining skeletons.
Nice.
Unarmed +3.
Ooh, nice.
The platform sits silently with the pedestal in front of you. The folded black cloth looks to be a cloak of some kind.
Ooh, we need a cloak.
Search the platform for traps. Radio button. Check.
Of course, we gotta look for traps. I don't want to fall into something.
Take the cloak. Radio button. Uncheck. Search the platform
Let's
for traps.
search it for traps
Radio button.
first.
Check. 1. Next. Button.
Make sure there's no
Next.
traps.
You carefully step forward and search the platform. There doesn't appear to be any traps or triggers attached to the platform.
Good, good.
Devices +3.
Ooh, we got a little device. So every time we search for traps, we'll get a little bit of tinkering. So devices, that is a good skill to have because it allows us to be able to open up locks, interact with mechanical devices, various things. And of course, I don't know the full extent of what you can do with that, but I do know it's important. There will be some missions where you need to know how to interact with devices.
Next. Button.
All right.
Take the cloak. Radio button. Check.
Let's go ahead and take the cloak.
Next. Button. Darkness. As you reach for the cloak, you hear a click. You aren't sure just how you triggered the trap, whether from the sword or from the cloak, but suddenly you experience sharp pains all over your body. You can feel at least 3 darts in you, releasing their poison into your bloodstream. Needed 60 devices when searching earlier or 45 endurance.
Okay, well, okay, we just learned something. If you don't have good devices, you don't find traps. Okay, we just learned. Okay, I mean, I should have known that.
Health -100.
Oh, ow.
Darkness. Button. Darkness. Button.
All right, darkness. Okay, fine.
You awake in the blinding light of actual sunshine.
I think we died.
Regain full health. I told you we shouldn't have gone that way, Carla says when she sees you awake. Thea nods in agreement.
Well, didn't you grab the stupid cloak while I was knocked out?
Carla relationship -5 and Thea relationship -5.
Oh well, we lost a little relationship, so it's gonna go ahead and be a...
You can feel the deep gouges where the darts had been cut out of you. Large chunks of flesh were also removed so as to stop the poison from killing you. The cloak was left behind, since nobody else wanted to risk getting poisoned over it. At least your group had dragged you out of the mountain tunnel and out the exit on the other side.
Great. That was unfortunate.
The path onward is much easier on this side of the northern mountains. The signs of spring are even more pronounced as you walk. Many of the villages and towns across the land would be holding their spring festivals about now. It takes another week before you arrive in Vernex. You can see the fabled city sitting like a jewel on the lake in front of you. Tall spires and grand towers sprout haphazardly from the city. A long queue of travelers line up to speak to the guards who control the harbor. Judging from their tired looks, it's clear that they've been waiting a long time. With no other option, you get in line like all of the others. Hours pass as you slowly shuffle along. You watch as the vast majority of those ahead of you are turned away. Eventually, you find yourself speaking to the guards. There are a dozen of them and they are all wearing consortium runebags and swords on their hips.
All right, we're at the consortium. Let's deal with these people.
State your business, the man says, looking at you with tired eyes.
All right.
Say, I have an unregistered demon stone to sell. Radio button. Check. 1 of 3.
That's pretty direct.
Say, my business is my own. Now step aside. Radio button.
No.
Unchecked. 2 of 3.
We already have had so much bad luck.
Say, I'm here for the vote. Radio button. Unchecked. 3 of 3.
I have no idea what that is.
Next. Button.
Let's just say we have a demon stone for sale. We're gonna lose anyway because our team is just not very connected. We'll try.
Next. Button.
I don't think we're gonna do
Next.
any good at all.
You take out the demon stone with the name Donda written across it, watching as it glows a dim gray. The guard perks up at the sight of it.
Well, that's one good thing.
Been pilfering a Somrith ruin, have you? He says. He reads the stone and writes the name onto a form. A few minutes passes, he fills in the administrative details. When he's done, he hands you the completed form. You have access to the compound, he says. Unfortunately, you can't go today. All normal business is on hold while the dukes are here. Say, but if I had arrived a few weeks ago, I'd already be in there. Surely you can let me pass. Radio button. Check. 1 of 4.
I don't know. He said no.
Say, surely a little gold could let you forget the timing of our arrival? Radio button. Uncheck. 2 of 4.
A little gold. I don't have all this gold.
Leave the guard and then try to sneak past him. Say, you're a planwalker. Maybe we could make a deal? Radio button. Uncheck. 4 of 4.
Make a deal.
Next. Button. Say, leave the guard and then try. Say, surely a little gold could let you say, but if I had arrived a few weeks ago, I'd already be in there. Surely you can let me pass. Radio button. Check. 1 of 4.
Well, he's not going to like us pressing him. Let's just try. We'll try the straightforward approach first. Let's try.
Next. Button. Well, that's true. The guard says with a smile. If anyone asks, say that you arrived a week ago. On you go.
All right, cool. Yes, that was awesome.
Charm +3. The crowd is only slightly thinner as you pass the guard station. You see that everyone is leading their horses into a series of large stables before boarding flat-bottom boats to ferry them across to the compound itself. The stable hands know their job well and take Farty and your companion's mounts without question,
Farty!
handing you each a small metal token in return. You can see that this service is free of charge. Riding your horse for the past several weeks has been much better than walking.
Farty, that smells good. All right, Farty, be good. Take care of Farty. He needs a little extra hay, lots of carbs in that hay. He needs it for his airing, you know.
The ferry ride across the lake to the compound was beautiful. The brisk spring air came down from the mountains in the distance and swept across the water, flapping the flags which flew from the tops of the many towers throughout the compound. This was Vernex, home to the consortium of planwalkers. As you arrive, another set of guards check your paperwork before letting you off the boat. Well, what now? Thea asks as she looks at the city with Jess standing next to her. Aren't you going to the amphitheater? One of the ferrymen asks as he helps Sister Jerry off the boat. The results of the vote are being announced to the city before criers are sent to the duchies. We missed the vote after all, Petra says after the man has left. If Zusak is going to be making speeches, Sister Jerry says, this is our chance to search his personal rooms.
Why did none of these ideas sound any good?
You're too old, Thea says bluntly. You shouldn't go. We should send at least 2 people, so they can watch each other's backs. Who do you want to lead the suicidal expedition into Zusak's private quarters?
That sounds like a bad idea, no matter what.
Send Thea. Radio button. Check. 1 of 4.
Well, Thea probably. It's a good bet.
Send Jess. Radio button. Unchecked. 2 of 4. Send Petra. Radio button. Unchecked. 3 of 4. Send Carla. Radio button. Unchecked. 4 of 4.
Well, Carla could do some work.
Next. Button. Send Petra. Radio button. Unchecked. 3 of 4.
She's gonna be goody two-shoes. She probably doesn't want to steal anything. So we'll send Thea, and we'll send Thea and Carla.
Send Carla. Radio button. Unchecked. 4 of 4. Check. Send Petra. Radio button. Unchecked. Send Jess. Radio button. Unchecked. Send Thea. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 4.
Oh, we have to do one at a time here. Okay, let's.
Send Jess. Radio button. Send Petra. Send. You're too old. If Zusak is going, you're too. Send Thea. Radio button. Unchecked.
Let's
1 of 4.
send Thea first,
Check.
and then we'll see if we can send. If it's gonna be like Zombie Exodus, Safe Haven, we have to do one check at a time.
Send Jess. Radio button. Unchecked. Send Petra. Send Carla. Radio button. Next. Button.
And
Next.
let's pick our second person.
Good idea. Some muscle will be needed. Thea says, agreeing with your choice of a leader.
All right.
Thea relationship +5.
Oh, we got a little Thea up.
Who should come with me? Thea asks you.
All right.
Send Jess. Radio button. Check. Send Petra. Radio button. Send Carla. Radio
I'll send
button.
Carla.
Unchecked.
She
3 of 3.
can. Send Petra can heal you.
Send Petra. Radio button. Unchecked. 2 of 3.
Let's send Petra. She's annoying. And she screws everything up.
Send Carla. Radio button. Unchecked. Next. Button.
Go ahead, take Petra.
Unchecked.
Salty Paladin, go with her.
That's the usual role of the Holy Warrior, I suppose. Healing the person in the lead. Petra says unhappily. But
Yeah,
yes,
well, do
I'll
the
go.
job. Do your job. Shut up, Petra.
Petra relationship -5.
Yeah, I don't care.
Thea and Petra step out into the crowd of people and disappear into the milling mob. I hope they find something useful, Carla says. While they're doing that, what are we going to do?
No, I don't know. What do you think we're gonna do? Yeah, we got a little time to ourselves, mommies. All right.
Say, the votes are cast, so we're in no hurry now. Let's get a room first. Radio
Yeah.
button. Check. 1 of 3.
That sounds like a good plan.
Say, let's go to the amphitheater. Radio button. Unchecked. 2 of 3.
Amphitheater.
Say, we have to keep up our cover. Let's see who we should speak to about this unregistered demonstone. Radio button. Unchecked. 3 of 3.
We got a lot of things to do.
Next. Button.
Okay, well, let's deal with our room. Let's get a room first, and then we'll go do this other junk.
Next. Button. Next. The group complies with your wishes. You walk through the city and find that there are several inns to choose from. They're all booked solid, but one of them offers a small room at an exorbitant price for the 6 of you to squeeze into.
Oh, come on.
Take the room. Needs 30 gold. Radio button. Check. 1 of 2.
Sure, that's so expensive.
Decline the room. Radio. Next. Button. Decline. Take the room. Needs 30 gold. Radio button. Check. 1 of 2. Next. Button. The room is small and seems even smaller with 4 people crammed into it.
Fine.
Get some drinks in the common room and listen for rumors. Radio button. Check. 1 of 4.
Go listen to some rumors.
Hide in the room as you wait for Thea and Petra to return. Radio button. Uncheck. 2 of
We're
4.
not going to hide. We're going to get some information.
Go to the amphitheater. Radio button. Uncheck.
Let's get
3 of
some
4.
rumors first.
Next. Button. From the common room is nearly empty, since everyone is at the amphitheater.
Okay, we got to go to the amphitheater.
And bread and tarts and cakes the man at the next table drones on.
Yeah, shut up, dude.
Real pain in the ass, his companion says. Whoever heard of not eating weed? That kitchen will be a mess. From what you gather, it seems that the 2 men had been hired to cook for tonight's banquet, but were released from service because Duke Eden had strict diet requirements and wanted only his own cooks preparing his meal. With so many important guests staying, it sounds like the kitchen would be full of strangers.
Oh, okay. We could sneak in through the kitchen.
Go to the kitchen. Radio button. Check. Go to the amphitheater. Radio button. Uncheck. 2 of. Go to the kitchen. Radio button. Check. 1 of 3.
Let's go to the kitchen. Find out this. Let's follow this.
Next. Button. Next. The loud noise from the kitchen is extraordinary. It's clear that there are too many people there. The regular staff is obviously trying their best to accommodate the staff of the 3 dukes and duchess, but it's not working very well. Poison the food, like Selena did to your parents' banquet. Radio button. Check. 1 of 3.
We don't know how to poison.
Walk straight through the kitchen and into the banquet hall. Radio button. Uncheck. 2 of 3.
Sounds like a very bad idea. We don't even know how to poison.
Return to the front entrance. Walk straight. Poison
Fine,
the food,
well,
like
we'll
Selena did to
poison
your
the
parents'
food.
banquet. Radio button.
We'll poison
Check.
the food
1
and
of 3.
screw up. Watch it. This is going to be very bad.
Walk straight through the kitchen and into the. Return to the front entrance. Next. Button. Uncheck. It's a wonderful twist of irony, to have the chance to get back at your enemies in the same way they killed your parents. Carla and Jess watch as you go into your bag and take out some dried herbs you had collected. Sister Jerry says nothing as you put it into the food that is to go to the head table. The busy kitchen staff doesn't even see you do it. The results are nearly immediate. You are just leaving the kitchen when the guards rush in to apprehend you. The guards draw their swords and reach into their runa bags as they surround you.
Oh, God, we're busted. Oh, no.
Let them take you without a fight. Radio button. Check. 1 of. Draw your sword. Radio button. Uncheck. Knock an arrow. Radio button. Uncheck. 3 of 5. Cast a spell. Radio. Reach for your runa bag to summon a demon. Radio button. Next. Button. Reach for your runa bag to summon a demon. Radio button. Uncheck. 5 of 5.
Let's try to get a demon out.
Check.
I'm sure they got me.
Next. Button. Try. You don't quite get hold of a demon stone when one of the guards cracks you over the head with the pommel of their sword.
We shouldn't have. This was a bad plan.
Health minus 25.
Oh, come on.
The guards take you into the banquet hall where you see that nobody is eating anymore. Alexander Zusak, Selena, Thuya, and the dukes are all standing and watching as you and your companions are brought to their table.
We're
you see that Thuya is
busted.
sweating profusely, as are some of the dukes. They hadn't eaten enough to be killed, but they are definitely feeling the effect.
Oh, well.
Thuya health minus 25 to 75/100.
Well, we hurt him a little bit.
Valerian root has a subtle smell, for those who know such things. Selena says through her thin pursed lips.
Gonna kill that.
Prince Gain? Zusak exclaims incredulously as he sees you. Shout loudly, for all to hear. I am Prince Gain, the true heir to the throne of Daria, and I denounce you as a traitor. Radio button. Check. 1 of 7.
Is this the time for this crap?
Try to draw your sword and kill Zusak. Radio button. Uncheck.
That's
2 of
not
7.
gonna work.
Try to knock an arrow and kill Zusak. Radio button. Say, Alexander Zusak, I am here to join you. Radio button. Uncheck. 4 of 7.
I don't think that's gonna work. He's not gullible. Oh well, let's just say who we are. We're gonna lose anyway, so.
Try to cast a spell to kill Zusak. Radio. Try to reach for your next button. Next.
Let's just tell him who we are.
Next button.
Don't matter.
Uncheck. A hush falls over the crowd as people watch the confrontation. Before you are able to take another breath, you sense something solid wrapping around both of your arms and squeezing you tightly. It feels like muscular arms and you can hear heavy breathing down your neck. It's a demon, but this demon has a special property. It's entirely invisible. You struggle futilely in its grasp as Zusak approaches. Hold your weapons or my demon will crush this imposter, he says, forcing Carla, Jess, and Sister Jerry to stand by and do nothing. So, you're still alive, Zusak whispers lightly enough for only you to hear. Did you bring me the demon stone you stole as well? You are a fool. Your kingdom is gone and you have no support here. You realize that he's right. You look toward the nobles, hoping for some help. Say, Duke Bondar, help me. Radio button. Check. 1 of 5.
I don't need these fools' help.
Say, Duchess Selena, help me. Radio button. Uncheck.
She's not gonna help me.
Say, Duke Otto, help me. Radio button. Uncheck. 3 of 5. Say, Duke Eden, help me. Radio button. Uncheck. 4 of 5.
What's the point?
Say nothing. Radio button. Uncheck. 5 of 5. Say nothing. Radio button. Uncheck. 5 of 5.
Say
Check.
nothing.
Next button. Your eyes scan over the people, but they all look back at you in confusion and uncertainty. You realize that it's too late for their help. You tried to defeat Zusak on your own, but he is too firmly entrenched in the politics of the land. He has turned the people against you. You feel the demon squeeze you tighter and lift you off the ground. You are carried away, against your will. Imprisoned. Button.
Alright, we're imprisoned. Great.
Imprisoned. Button. You find yourself in a small cell. You still have all of your equipment, for now, but you know that it's only a matter of time before you are stripped bare. Carla, Jess, and Sister Jerry are with you. The thick iron banded door is locked tight.
Now we're in jail. I should have done more looking around.
The hours slip by, making you wonder how Thea and Petra are doing. You hope that the entire trip isn't a complete loss. To your surprise, the door opens and you see Thuya. He's still wearing the thick leather belt covered in runes around his waist and holding his axes. He looks sweaty and shaky from the poisoning, but he grins through the pain. Standing behind him are 3 consortium guards. You never should have come out of hiding, he says to you. We have your friends, Thea and Petra. They failed and Zusak gave them to Selena. They're already on their way to her dungeon in Brightwater.
Great. We lost everybody. We sure screwed up everything!
He looks into your eyes with a cold expression. Zusak sent me to get the demon stone you stole from him. You will hand it over now, or I'll slowly break every bone in your body.
Why didn't you just take it from me? It's not like I'm that tough.
You realize that he can't just take the demon stone, or the consortium runa bag you're holding it in will erase it and make it useless. Harmon's Eye's magic had torn Zusak's runa bag, all those years ago. Whether it was great skill or a fluke, it can't be repeated. Their only option is to force you to open the runa bag and give them the demon stones. The hulking brute takes a slow step forward, ready to begin his violent work upon you.
Yeah, well...
Suddenly, Sister Jerry slips around you with uncanny speed. She drives her fists toward Thuja's throat, intending to kill the man in a single blow. Unfortunately, the runic belt around Thuja's waist glows briefly and he moves with an unnatural speed.
Get him, Jerry!
Thuja's first axe comes around in a deadly arc, smashing into the side of Sister Jerry's head. Immediately after, the other axe comes upwards just as fast, burying itself deep into Sister Jerry's stomach and lifting her off the ground. The dead body of your foster mother crashes to the floor at your feet.
Jerry,
not wanting to let her sacrifice be in vain, you use the distraction to your advantage.
Sister Jerry!
Draw your sword and attack. Radio button. Plunge your dagger into Thuja's stomach. Radio button. Uncheck. Step back and fire an arrow. Radio button. Punch Thuya in the face. Radio button. Create a blast of electricity from your fingertips with your magic. Radio. Consider using a demon stone. Radio button. Next. Button. Consider using a demon stone. Radio button. Uncheck.
These demon stones have been so useless. Punching in the face sounds like a better idea. Because he's just gonna... My demons are probably weaker than his.
Create a blast of punch Thuya in the face. Radio button. Uncheck.
Let's punch him in the face.
Check. Create a blast of electricity from your fingertips with your... Next. Button. Next. Thuya is celebrating his victory over Sister Jerry, which allows you to land a solid blow. He staggers back and moves with phenomenal speed. Now that you have his attention.
Alright, what can we do now?
Unarmed +3 and Thuya health -25 to 50/100.
Oh good, we heard him. Nice. Very good. Alright, what can we do to kill this guy?
Thuya is unarmed +3 and Thuya health -25 to 50/100.
We knocked out his help a little bit. We could just kill him.
The large man is unnaturally fast as he raises both axes. Attempt to dodge the blow. Radio button. Check. 1 of 2.
Okay, we need to decide what we're gonna do. Dodge the blow.
Attempt to catch Thuja's wrists. Radio button. Uncheck. 2 of 2.
That's a good idea.
Next. Button. Attempt to catch Thuja's wrists. Radio. Attempt to dodge the blow. Radio button. Check. 1 of 2. Attempt to catch Thuja's wrists. Radio button. Uncheck.
Let's
2 of 2.
catch his fists.
Check. Next. Button. Check. You grab hold of Thuja's wrists just in time, stopping the 2 axes from landing. He is strong, but you are stronger. He pulls his hands out of your grip and glares at you. Strength +3.
Woohoo!
Thuya steps back and commands the 3 guards to rush into the small cell. It's not a very strategic move as they are forced to cram into the tight quarters with you and your companions. Everyone is cramped and has difficulty using their weapons, but Thuya pushes them in anyway. Jess's eyes begin to glow as she summons her magic. Carla presses herself into a corner. Without room to draw her bow, she is practically useless.
Even with her bow, she's useless.
Swing your sword at the 3 guards. Radio button. Check. 1. Stab with your dagger. Radio button. Uncheck. 2. Step back and fire an arrow. Radio button. Uncheck. Grab a guard's throat. Radio button. Uncheck. 4. Try to conjure a blast of force to erupt from your hands. Radio button. Consider using a demon stone. Radio button. Uncheck. 6 of 6.
Maybe it's time for one of our demons.
Try to conjure a blast of force to grab a guard's throat. Radio. Try to conjure a blast of force to erupt from your hands. Radio button.
No, I don't want that.
Grab a guard's throat. Radio button. Try to consider using a demon stone.
Let's use a demon stone, see if that works.
Next. Button. Uncheck. You try to reach into your runa bag, but the close press of bodies pins your arm to your side. The good thing is that the guards have just as much trouble trying to draw their own weapons or demon stones. You feel the sharp bite of one of their daggers as it digs into your stomach. Health -25.
Ow!
Jess's eyes flare brightly, burning a round hole in one of the guard's chests.
Alright, let's just go to hand-to-hand
The
combat.
smell of burnt meat fills the air as the sword strikes the soul burner in the side, knocking her out of the fight as well.
Great.
One of the remaining guards reaches into his runa bag and pulls out a glowing demon stone. The rush of wind fills the air for a moment, then suddenly a floating black demon appears above you.
How's he able to do
protruding from all
that?
over its body like a porcupine.
How's he able to get to his?
Yana, I name thee, the summoning guard says. Slay these fools. The demon draws in a deep breath and you see the spikes quiver. Stab the guard with your sword. Radio button. Check. Stab the demon with your sword. Radio button. Uncheck. Stab the demon with your dagger. Radio button. Uncheck. Throw your dagger at the guard who summoned the demon. Radio button. Uncheck. Throw your dagger at the demon. Radio button. Uncheck. Fire an arrow at the demon. Radio. Fire an arrow at the guard. Kick the demon summoning guard in the face. Radio button. Cast a ball of force at the demon. Radio button. Uncheck. Cast a ball of force at the demon summoning guard. Radio button. Uncheck.
So many
10 of 11.
choices.
Dodge out of the way. Radio button. Next. Button.
We need to dodge out of the way and then counterattack, maybe. Let's dodge, but we probably can't dodge. Let's,
Fire an arrow at the guard. Fire an arrow at the guard. Fire an arrow at the demon. Throw your dagger at the demon. Throw your dagger at the guard who summoned the demon. Radio
Stabbing
button.
a demon
Unchecked.
is not
4 of
gonna
11.
work.
Stab the demon with your dagger. Radio button. Stab the demon with your sword. Stab the guard with your sword. Radio button. The demon draws in a deep breath and you see. Yana, I name thee. The demon. Stab the guard with your sword. Radio button. Check. 1 of 11.
Let's just stab the guard, see if that works. I don't think it's gonna work.
Dodge out of the way. Dodge. Next. Button.
Let's try this.
Next. The guard's focus is solely on his demon, so he does nothing as you slide your blade into his neck. The demon
Yeah.
immediately disappears from reality as the summoner is killed.
Cool, cool, cool. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, yes, yes.
Blades plus 3.
Cool, cool. I forgot we did a little blades work.
Carla finally has enough room to draw her bow. A second later and the last guard falls to the ground with the shaft sticking from his eye.
Nice.
And now, you die, Prince. Fuya says as he twirls his axes about him with magical speed. As he steps forward, you notice how his rune-covered belt glows and shimmers, causing him to move faster and faster. He stands outside of the cell, and without his guards getting in his way, he has lots of room to move.
Okay.
Take a hit and move in close. Radio button. Check. 1 of 5.
Yeah, we need to move in close and get our hand-to-hand on his ass.
Fire an arrow at Thuya. Radio button. Unchecked. 2 of 5. Swing your sword at Thuya. Radio button. Unchecked. Attempt to cast a widespread blast of fire at Thuya. Radio button. Consider using a demon stone. Radio button. Unchecked. 5 of 5. Next. Button.
Maybe use our demons, but he's gonna hit us before we can do that.
Next. Button.
Let's take a hit and move in close.
Swing your sword at Thuya. Fire an arrow at Thuya. Take a hit and move in close. Radio button. Check. 1 of 5.
Yeah, but then he'll probably kill us with that one hit. I don't know. Let's try.
Consider using a demon stone. Next. Button. Fuja's axe is swift as it digs into your side. You feel the air get knocked out of your lungs as blood splashes onto your feet. Blackness surrounds you and you pass out from the blow.
Great. So hate this.
Health minus 50.
Great.
Blackness. Button. Blackness. Button. Carla, your eyes open slightly and you see Thuya standing with a newly arrived guard. You are too weak to move. You see that Carla has been heavily injured in the fight too, but surprisingly, she also opens her eyes and sits up. Thuya and the guard are talking near the cell door and don't see Carla getting onto her feet.
We're so bad at this.
Carla silently picks up her bow. Her face has a determined look on it as she puts an arrow to the string. The arrow flies true and embeds itself in Thuja's throat. A second arrow follows the first, striking nearly the exact same place, dropping the large man to the ground.
Well, Carla killed him.
The large axeman is dead. He had brought in the mercenaries that allowed your castle to be attacked and your kingdom to be torn apart. Selena may have been the one who poisoned your parents at Zusak's bidding, but it was Thuja's mercenaries who made it all possible.
I don't
Perhaps
care,
your parents
they're
will
all
rest a little
dying.
easier in their graves now that the man is dead.
Well, we got rid of one of these.
The guard reacts quickly, bringing up his sword and running toward Carla as she tries to knock a third arrow. To your
We
horror,
got-
you see the sword plunge deeply into Carla's chest.
Oh,
The archer's eyes go blank as she
no.
falls to the ground. The guard falls also, the third arrow sticking from his chest. Unable to help yourself, you let your eyelids close once more.
Yep.
Blackness. Button.
Having such bad luck.
Blackness. Button. You open your eyes again when you feel someone pulling on you. You see that Jess has regained consciousness and is dragging you out of the compound. You slowly struggle to your feet and stumble after her. Nobody stops you as you exit the building. Soon you find yourself on the dark streets of Vernex.
Well, that was a shit show.
It's almost too easy as you board a ferry to leave the compound. The guards ask no questions. They are only worried about people entering the city. You go to the stables and hand one of the sleepy-looking stable hands your tokens. They bring out Farty and the other mounts.
Farty!
Without a word, you saddle up and ride away.
We gotta go save Thea and Petra. Thea. Who cares about Petra?
Gain Farty and lost mount token.
Okay.
You can hardly believe that Sister Daria and Carla are dead. It will only be a matter of time before Alexander Zusak finds out that Thuya has been defeated and sends men after you. He now knows that you are alive and he will stop at nothing to kill you. Although you'd like to rescue Thea and Petra right away, you know that this is exactly what Selena and Zusak would expect. Your only chance to save your friends is to wait for your enemies to let their guards down. You also need time to recover and to regain your strength. You pull the hood of your cloak over your head to protect your anonymity and glance back at the island city of Vernex as you ponder your future. This was a difficult time for you, a voice says from beside you.
Yeah. Bad decisions.
You turn to see the ghostly image of the Wizard of Elmvale looking back at Vernex.
No, not
he looks
this
much younger than the
stupid
last time you saw
wizard.
him. You realize that he hasn't yet experienced the theft of the treasures below the statue. Your companion doesn't seem to notice your time-traveling visitor from the past.
Not my visitor.
Things will get much worse before they get better. I've just come from your future and I managed to help you through a difficult task. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do to aid you in the exile you must now face. Be strong, Prince Gain. The man fades away and the blue mist vanishes with him.
Thanks for your useless information, ghost.
Legacy Advantage. More story/perks will arrive in Lost Heir Part 2 and Lost Heir Part 3. There are a few paths you could take.
Oh.
Consider traveling north to the Northern Mountains. Radio button. Check. 1 of 4.
More paths will come in the future. One of channel friends asked, when will part 2 and part 3 come out? I have no idea, but if anybody knows, go ahead, or if the developers listening to my playthrough of this, let us know. When are the next parts coming out, and how does all this work? So this would be great. Maybe I can get my friend Aaron Spelker to interview the developer and ask more information about this, because this is such an awesome game. But let's see how much farther we can go. We have some more time, so let's see what else we can do here.
Consider traveling east to the Academy of Wizards. Radio button. Uncheck. 2
We
of
have
4.
since we have Jesse with us.
Consider traveling south to the city of Tornassa. Radio button. Uncheck. 3 of 4.
Go to Tornassa.
Consider hiding in the wilderness. Radio button. Uncheck. 4 of 4.
Oh, the wilderness is always fun. We could do a little camping, huh, Jesse? Huh? Yeah.
Consider traveling south to the city of Tornassa. Next button. Consider hiding in the wilderness. Radio button. Consider traveling east to the Academy of Wizards. Radio button. Uncheck.
I don't want to go to any stupid nerd academy.
Consider traveling north to the Northern Mountains. Radio button. Check. 1 of 4.
Northern Mountains, probably bad. Probably bad moves. Let's go see what's up there.
Next button. The Eye of Heaven awaits you in the Northern Mountains. The power it could bring to your mind, body, and soul would be a great
that's
help. It would also be a good
right.
place to hide from Zusak while you figure out what you want to do.
That weird monk guy could help us, and we can maybe try to find a plan to save Thea and Petra.
Travel to the Northern Mountains. Radio button. Check. Consider another option. Radio button. Next button. With your mind drifts to Thea and Petra, imprisoned in Selena's dungeon. You vow to rescue them as soon as you can. The sun begins to rise in the west, illuminating the many carts carrying the newly made demon stones to villages and towns all over your former kingdom. What is Zusak's grand plan? What will he gain from giving demon summoning to the people? What is so special about the demon stone he stole from your murdered parents all those years ago?
Well, I'm sure he's just going to unleash a bunch of demons. That's pretty obvious.
With Jess at your side, you make your way toward the Northern Mountains, curious as to what the future may hold. Things might look bleak now, but one thing is certain, the world has not seen the last of the lost heir. The end. Button.
Oh, we made it to the end. Whoa. That is it. Whoa. We could have done better.
The end. Button. And so concludes The Lost Heir, The Fall of Daria. The story continues with The Lost Heir 2, Forging a Kingdom, and The Lost Heir 3, The Demon War. Updates on The Lost Heir trilogy and other games can be found on my website.
Well, that's what we have to do to get those parts, so we can find the updates on the website. I wonder if they're available on the app. I don't know.
http://www. And so concludes The Lost. http://www.facebook.com/lucidsgames. Link.
So there's the Facebook link.
Achievements gained. None.
Oh, we got no achievements. We were that bad at the game.
Achievements missed.
Okay, let's find out what achievements we missed.
Love endures.
We missed love endures? Oh, come on.
Find love and be sure they survive.
Oh, find love. Okay, we have to find love. Well, we almost had it. We should have talked to Jesse more.
Artificer.
Oh, that's a one we could have got. Artificer, yeah.
Find at least 4 of the 8 artifacts in the game. You found one of them.
That was a good one.
Honor of the North. Begin the journey into the north to avenge a friend's lost love.
Oh, that's interesting.
The Soulburner. Begin the journey to the academy to learn about a friend's dangerous power.
Oh, we should have went to the academy.
The Infinity Arrow. Begin the journey to Tornassa to help a friend construct an artifact of power.
I remember that one, Infinity Arrow. It sounded boring.
Rescue Freda. Begin the journey into the wilderness to rescue a friend's mother.
Oh, that's another one.
Vampire Slaying. Begin the journey into the wilderness to slay a vampire to avenge a friend's lost parents.
Oh, nice.
Next button.
A lot of adventures, a lot of stuff we could have done. We'll have to replay again.
The Infinity Arrow. Next button.
We'll have to play some more of this stuff again.
Be sure LH2.jpg. Image. The Last Hoss She. Forging O Singles.
Okay.
LH2.jpg. LH3.jpg. Be sure to save your character for the next part of the story.
Yeah, we'll save our character.
Please name your save game below.
All right, now we have to name our save.
Type a name for your save game. Text field. Double tap to edit.
All
Use
right,
the rotor to access misspelled word. Type a name for your save game. Text field. Please name. Type a name for your save game. Text field. Double tap to edit. Use insertion point at
All right,
end.
let's name our save file.
Cap G. Golf.
Haven't done this in a game in a long
Cap D.
time.
Cap C. Cap D. Cap G. Cap B. Cap C. Cap F. Cap G. Golf. Cap G. A. L. A. B. N. 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 E. X. E. Space. Space. Game.
Game 1.
Numbers. /1. 1.
All right, game 1 has been saved.
Please name your saved game below. Text field is editing. Game 1. Insertion. Please log into the choiceoffgames.com save system with your email address below. Text field. Please log into the choiceoffgames.com save system with your email address below. You at example.com. Text field. Double tap to edit. Use the roller
All
to
right,
access misspelled
so
words.
we have to log in, and then that saves our game, and we'll be ready for the next adventure. What happens after this, I have no idea, but for now, that's going to wrap it up for us. A sad ending to our story, but very fun nonetheless. Lots of wrong choices we made. I think sticking to your class skills is very important in this game. Even if you can use things like your demon stones, it just feels like it just doesn't have a good outcome. And it's really an open kind of like use. Like you gotta have good arcana skills, good magic skills. It looks like magic is a strong thing to use in this game. I think I should have really moved toward magic. That would have given me a lot more offensive capability. So yeah, that was really fun. But thank you very much, everybody. That's going to be it for us. We're going to wrap it up. A little short episode. I thought it'd be a little bit longer, but we reached the end. We'll try again. We'll try to do some more playthroughs and see what happens. And maybe we'll do better next time. We'll save this game so we can save the character, and we'll do all that. I'll do that on my own time. But thank you very much, everybody, for coming to Lost Heir. We didn't get to do much flirting this time, unfortunately, because we got involved in a bunch of skullduggery and a bunch of poisoning and a bunch of other crazy stuff. It looks like we hit the end game really quickly, so next time we'll know to be a little bit more careful, to be a little bit smarter about what we're doing. But that's going to wrap it up for us today, folks. Take care, keep gaming, keep double tapping, and I'll hear you next time when we restart again, Lost Heir 1, and see how well we do the next time. All right, everybody. Take care, and I'll hear you soon. Bye-bye.